everyone receives is a reflection of us.
I just had a interesting experience, you might say. One not so positive, more of a entity type environment. You see, but it's interesting because as I evolve, grow spiritually, you seem to attract more and more negativity, meaning they don't want me in my power. So let me tell you. I went out today and I stopped by and my parents asked me if I was going out and where I was going, so I told them. I said I was going to the store to check out some latest DVDs, or a specific one. I didn't tell them what, just that I went. Both my mother and father. You see, and as I got to the store, it was called JB Hi-Fi. It was in a place called Cannington. I went in there and it just didn't seem right. The energy, the vibe was horrible. It was like walking into hell. So I went to look at the new releases. Tried to find what it was that I was looking for, and this one particular gentleman almost came out of nowhere and tried to stand next to me. He was a worker there. And he had the most ugliest energy, the most potent negativity I've ever experienced. Uncomfortable. It was so bad I had to protect myself from it. The entity that was attached to him was so strong. I don't even know if this gentleman was real or not. He said a few things in relation to a couple of new releases, how it had just come out, it's already there. I'm sure it had meaning in terms of certain things, but so I moved because he was annoying me. Made him go to a new space. And then when I went there, he was there, and he followed me around. The energy associated or assigned to him was so bad that I couldn't stand it. I asked another girl whether or not I could find this DVD, and they didn't have it. And in the end, I didn't get any because I didn't want any. This store was so potent, so ripe with fear and hatred and negative energy around it. To me, what it felt like was a gateway to hell. Not too specific hell, but an energy portal where negative energies hang out and attach themselves to people. That's how bad this felt, because the people in there are not real. They don't feel real. All the workers, all the people around, so many problems around the store. So why did I have to go there? I wanted something to help improve me, and what I felt and what I found was this. But how did they know I was coming? How did they know that it was that specific store? Well, I think there's a connection there. But despite what it is that I believe, whether there are energies and entities around my parents, or whether it's just how life is, maybe I was meant to go to that store today because I was able to globe it, seal it, grit it. One, to give back to Source God for healing. You see, I could not leave that place as it was because it is so bad I cannot go back. But now that is in hands of Source God, all of those entities are no longer there. They are no longer allowed to leave or attach. You might see this as fruitful or wishful thinking along the lines, but it was so bad I had to do something. I couldn't leave it. All those people walking into that store. Do you ever walk into a store or a place and people just stare at you as if you're not welcome? But they work there. Like you're looking through their eyes and seeing someone else. We don't want you here. It took so long to remove the attachment, I had to do it 2 or 3 times, and it will linger. It will linger because it is so strong. It's that potent energy. It always makes you question, why? How is it that people can be so ignorant towards the energies that are attaching themselves to it? Are they blind to see? Do they not know? Or are they puppets to a higher power? Or a more lower power, if you will? I feel like there are entities walking amongst them, within them, controlling them, and people don't realize it. Maybe that's what we're witnessing as we evolve and wake up to the world. We are starting to see that, but I don't want to feel that I can't go somewhere and feel all of this negative energy. It's horrible. I wouldn't wish it upon anyone. So I cleansed it. I cleansed the buggery out of that place from top to bottom, from left to right, from north to east to south to west, that whole globe, that entrance, that portal, whatever that place is now in the hands of Source God and the angelics. Those who are now playing marbles with those beings. So you see, there are times that we are taught lessons and feelings. This is another one of those about understanding the energies that we see, that we feel. Places on this earth that are like this, that are ripe with entities of the negative nature. Sometimes it's our responsibility to adopt, sometimes to help heal. Whatever it was, this was not a nice place. But I hope by me helping and healing that location, it starts to have a ripple effect amongst the people, the workers. They may never know it, but that doesn't matter, because my pure intent to try to remove that, not only so that I can feel better if I want to go there, but other people as well. Imagine going and walking into a place feeling happy and then walking out yelling at your partner or at the price, or just horrible feelings because these entities attach themselves to you. This place is full of technology. It is a hi-fi stereo store and DVDs, and everything in there is technology. Can you imagine how much portal energy is involved within that location? All of these places beaming out all of the televisions, all of the stereos, all of this controlling frequencies. Can't live in a world that's beaming out that. We need to fix these problems. Just goes to show you that as you get stronger with your inner growth, with your inner healing, and we become more in our power, we are more susceptible to the frequencies. We can protect ourselves, yes. We can heal ourselves, yes. And maybe that's one of the other life lessons I need to learn about taking potential crystals with me in healing amulets, to protect me from this area so that I may heal it. Maybe that's what it was, to highlight to me to don't forget to take my protections. And then when I feel this energy, to be able to mitigate it, remove it. But this was no normal spirit, my friends. This was something dark. I suppose you got to look at it and say, with a smile, it seems that I'm going places. Seems that I'm getting under their skin, for they wouldn't attack little old me if they didn't want to, or if they didn't feel like they were threatened in some way. So you see, I shake hands with Source God. We all do. And the light and the energy that we emulate frustrates. Maybe that was their best tactician, their best defense. And that's all they had. That's the big thing they had, and that's all they could do. Maybe that's all they were allowed to do. It's disappointing though. You wish the best for humanity, even your family and your parents, and you've got to ask yourself, do they know? Are they a part of the problem? A long time ago, I asked my mother whether she wanted to be healed, and angrily she yelled back she didn't. I get the feeling there are entities within a lot of people that don't want to be healed or removed or released, because then they cease to exist. There is many possibilities. So I continue along my journey. I continue to find peace and calm within myself and heal the world around me, wherever I go. But this was something I found fascinating, and I may have to accept and deal with it more as I move forward in life. I'm not one to shy away from a problem. I'm one to grow past and face it head on. You see, there's also a positive here within me to be able to accept the fact that this is what I will be confronted with. And maybe it was a life lesson of mine to be prepared for what's coming, so that I may heal the world and live in one that I wish to see. One of beauty and prosperity and joy and laughter and love. And watch those seeds grow. And with that, peace and love, take care.